is FIFA?
So FIFA is like a football game or soccer game where, I don't know, you pass the ball.
You come up with that?
I'm about to lose my mind. The Hawk Tuah girl is in denial after destroying her career. Let's see what this is about.
After the curious crypto situation she found herself in.
I haven't seen her since crypto. No, I lied. I did see her. I seen her in a leaked podcast, in quotations, leaked podcast with FaZe Banks.
At the end of last year, where she teased and then put out her Hawk meme coin created by a development team using.
Yo, I know I'm pausing, but that whole pump fun little bull, whatever that meme coin little era was not real.
Obviously,
everybody was trying to turn a little meme they made into some fucking meme coin and make some bread.
She promotes the crap out of it, and of course on the day it was launched, it was already doomed.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
That meme coins were
It had
crazy.
already been countlessly sniped and then pumped and then dumped. Now obviously Hawk Tuah, aka
Wait, is this shit illegal though? I don't think it's legal.
Welch,
Illegal,
really
I mean.
needs no introduction
To
on this
rug
channel.
pull.
She got famous for talking about her methods for sucking dudes off. And to be honest, her taking that one moment and turning it into millions of dollars in opportunities was impressive to say the least.
Yeah.
But I will say, with Jake Paul as her apparent puppeteer, it was really no surprise when she would eventually crash and burn.
He was exactly what I expected. Like, he lets on like he's an asshole, and that's what I like about him. He owns up to that shit. He knows it. That's what I got respect.
And now she has really been trying to make this comeback lately after she had hibernated for around a good 4 months.
But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Why does she sound like that, bro?
Much later.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Talk Tuah. It's been a hot minute since I've been back here, but now we're the official owners of Talk Tuah.
I already spoke about the
Wait, she did a podcast episode with KSI? What the fuck? I did not know this.
return episode
And KSI, I ain't gonna lie, KSI is one of them crypto fiends as well.
of the Talk
He's
Tuah
a low-key one.
podcast that she did with KSI, where she
Or
had
as of right now, he's a
conducted
low-key
just
one.
about the worst interview I've ever seen, even at one time asking him if he invented FIFA. Yes, like
What the fuck do you mean? Did he invent FIFA? Is she that brain dead? Is she really that slow?
the game where you kick the fucking ball.
So what was the first thing you got like really known for?
Ooh, FIFA.
What is FIFA?
So FIFA is like a football game or soccer game where, I don't know, you pass the ball around the pitch and then you put it in the net.
Oh, you come up with that?
I'm about to lose my mind. Did he just think like he created the sport soccer?
No, I did not come up with FIFA. No.
Now, after that episode, she would have that one chick from Ridiculousness come on her podcast. You know, the one with the annoying-ass laugh. And just a little side note, who remembers that funny-ass moment when Charlemagne told her to her face that she's a
Charlemagne?
horrible
You mean Charlemagne?
rapper?
But just
how
because
mad you
you
get.
say something doesn't make truth.
She's
Just
saying that
saying.
because I told her she was whack rapping one time.
Yeah.
That's all. Have y'all ever heard her rap? Oh, okay. Good for the people that said no.
Track record, so get familiar.
Off-white, Dior. I post a booty pic, they wanna see more.
Oh my god, bro. That was the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. I'd rather turn on.
Either way,
I can't even
she
say
had her
Netspan
on for
'cause
some absolutely
Netspan's actually
groundbreaking
good.
conversation.
Giving your man a job, and you're like,
You just picture me.
And then from there, the last couple of weeks, she's had a few people on, but I literally had no idea who they were.
Yeah, who are these people? I'm like, I
Couple of
thought it was just me. I thought I was just out of touch.
weeks, she's had a few people on, but
Maybe I'm just not tuned into this side of the
really
internet.
had no idea who they were, and I also could not spend any more of my time digesting hours of her content on end. Honestly, it cannot be good for someone's mental health. But just yesterday, she must have noticed that the numbers on her channel weren't looking too hot. I would say that these figures represent much more of a dry hand job
Fat-ass
than
Mike.
her normal lubricated antics. And now she has made a dedicated episode to talking about the Hawk coin situation, as she has now apparently been cleared by the SEC of any wrongdoing.
The what?
More often than not,
Yeah, I'm
as
so
it
lost.
stands, is what tends to happen in these sketchy crypto situations.
Hey guys, it's finally time that we get into the meme coin disaster and address everything that's going on, and we can finally tell our truth about it as
Trying
we
to tell
know
the
it. And I
truth.
finally get to tell my side of the story that I've
My
been holding
side
on
of the
to.
story.
Now, her side of the story is basically once again that she was so stupid that she got tricked by bad people into doing this. The whole thing really reminds me of Logan Paul and CryptoZoo, to be honest with you. Only in this case, I actually kind of believe Sandy Cheeks here when she says she has the IQ of a bag of Taki.
So why are you just now wanting to address everything?
It's something you definitely want to address, but I couldn't at the time because of like all the legal stuff going on. I was in an open investigation, going to see the FBI, and then the SEC reached out. And I think somebody else reached out too, but they ended up not wanting anything after everything else was shut down. I don't know, it was very stressful because I couldn't get my point across, and I had to just sit there and let people call me a scammer, a crook, all sorts of different
that
things.
was stressful.
It was stressful.
Now, I gotta say, one of my favorite
they're not wrong though. Like,
things about this episode of Talk Tuah has
You
to
did
be
scam.
how her co-host here just tees up these pre-made questions that keep cutting into the video.
So did you make anything from the coin at all? So you got paid for promoting it? Or so how was the deal presented to you? So pretty much in all the videos you did, you were just saying what they were telling you to say. If you could go back and talk to yourself before the whole crypto launch or meme coin or anything like that, what would you do differently?
It is obviously all pre-planned and recorded over many times, but she still tries to act like she's actually inquiring about it, like she wasn't fucking there the entire time.
So how'd you even get introduced to like the crypto space?
I mean, it was just
I
like,
don't see a problem with it being pre-recorded. Genuinely, if it's pre-recorded and she does multiple takes, she can formulate her what she gonna say properly and articulate herself better.
like any other deal that gets brought to you. Like, the deal got brought
I'd
to my
rather it be
managers a few
articulated
times by
better than
different
some
people. I don't know, I was
shit
very hard to
fest where she
persuade
just
at first
started
because I've
yapping
never
about
heard
some
anything
bullshit.
good about the space. Like,
Shout out Zoe the plant, but her fucking thing, she responded to that nigga so on live, and that was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. You should have just posted a video,
Bitcoin,
bro.
crypto, I've never heard anything good about it. And I didn't know enough to
He
really
was
get into it, I don't think. But I
Repeating
finally
the same
just,
shit. She was on a
I
loop,
don't know, I finally
like
gave
an
in
infinite
and-
Now,
Tsukuyomi.
she says this, but several times she posted online alluding to the idea that she found out all of this information on Bitcoin and meme coins, and that it was the best decision that she had apparently ever made.
So after I saw Michael Saylor speak at the Bitcoin conference,
She
I
is
had
so
decided to start
annoying. Oh
putting
my
some
God, my
money
ears.
into crypto, and I just want to say, oh my God.
Her voice is literally pissing me off.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saylor.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Saylor.
Yeah, I'll give you my wallet.
How the fuck is she in the presence of Mark Cuban?
Okay.
But are you sure you're gonna launch? No, I'm not as big a fan about me.
Leading up to it, it definitely had good spots because, I mean, you were
How the
promised
fuck did she get in the presence of Mark Cuban?
some money out of it. I was promised money out of it for marketing it, which I think you helped me market it too at one point, did you not?
Yeah, I was the one videoing it and sending all the
Yeah.
ads for it.
So, I mean, you were both promised money up front for doing that, just like a spokesperson would for a coin.
Now, in that other leaked podcast that we talked about on the last Hawk Tuah episode, where she had FaZe Banks and his crypto
This
nerds
is what I seen. Yo,
on.
I ain't gonna lie, Banks. You were on some bullshit. Like, Banks be on some bullshit sometimes, bro.
Her lawyer alluded to
Yo, how does Banks get into touch with these retards, bro? It's like such a bad look with this whole crypto shit. Like, this nigga, what's his name? Frank? He's a notorious scammer.
the idea
Apparently.
that she was
It recently just came out that he's a
given
scammer.
a couple $100,000.
It was like, these people were supposed to be like, Banks and his little crew were supposed to be people that like put niggas onto what meme coins are good or what like. It's so stupid.
for her promotion of this coin.
It was very publicly set up like
Him
And keep in mind, there was supposed to be a percentage of the
125k upfront, 200k after launch, 5% of token supply after 1 year, released periodically for 3 years.
overall coins allotted
Is this a good deal?
to her at some point in the future. But now she's claiming here that she has none of that money left, that it apparently was all dried up by legal fees, and also
I don't even
hiring
think that's a
public
good deal
relations
regardless.
team to try and clean this entire mess up.
So did you make anything from the coin at all?
So the only thing I made from it wasn't even from the coin. I got paid a marketing fee. That's all I made. I did not make a dime from the coin itself.
So you got paid for promoting it, or
Just promoting it and putting all the work into it, like the videos and stuff that I do for him to post. That's what I got paid for. But at this point, like everything I paid for, like PR crisis, a new lawyer, stuff like
all that much of that?
every bit of it went to that. So I mean, I've really come out with nothing.
God, could this statement use a lot more transparency about how much money she actually received and how much she has shelled out? And honestly, just because the legal fees
I swear, I would have thought it was in the millions. I'm not even trolling. Like at least 1M.
ate up all of that cash, doesn't mean that what she did isn't still fucked up. It's like because they let her off the hook, to her,
The people
everyone else
running
should
it would have made
understand
millions
what she
by
did
now.
as she shows no remorse. That is the actual reasoning in her head.
So how was the deal presented to you?
They present it to me with like little work, like what I told you earlier. Like they'll send me sentences of what to say, and I'll just take a selfie video saying it and repeating it, and then I'll send it to the guy that's running it, and he'd post it on Twitter. My whole Twitter was ate up with crypto stuff. Like he got the community together. I did none of that. I don't know any of those people. Keep in mind, I don't even have Twitter downloaded.
Yeah, I remember you making videos like talking about it, and I had no idea.
Yes,
what the
and
hell
you had to
talking
video
about.
it for me.
Yeah.
You're like, what does that mean? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
You know, Twitter's just like a place where you can literally type something out and post it if you want to. My Twitter was dedicated to crypto.
And honestly, at this point, she's
I'm
really
so
just
lost.
pissing me off. I just feel like when you have an audience, you
Like, how
do have a
retarded,
certain
like, that shit did not
responsibility
make
to
any
vet what
sense.
messages are
Did she give her Twitter account to somebody to post for her? Is that
going
what you're
out
saying?
to them, especially when it's in the realm of a scam. And if I personally do not understand something, I'm definitely not going to allow someone to plaster it all over my brand. For example,
Facts.
I've been offered tens of thousands of dollars to do a sponsorship with one of those companies that loans people out basically petty cash, and I never take those sponsorships because those are the type of things that deceptively ruin people's lives who do not understand what they are doing. It's like all these influencers who have sold out
Gambling
to the
until
online casinos.
bankruptcy.
I think it's fucked up because
The
many
fuck?
times you were selling your audience on something deceptive like winning big with house money. But
Yeah.
that is another topic for another day.
Do you remember when we went to the Bitcoin conference too?
Yes.
And they told us that like they were a really tight community.
But like, can you really be deceived by these quote unquote, like, let's say like the gambling deals, right? How dumb do you have to be to really believe that these guys are really making set amount of money, that they're not gambling with the house's money? That's an IQ problem. That's really just an IQ problem, in my opinion. If you really fall for that and really make a stake account and start gambling because you've seen your favorite streamer win millions, that's survival of the fittest when it comes to IQ. I'm sorry.
We sat there for how long? It was a few hours.
For hours, yeah. We
And
met a
we-
lot of people.
No, I
but
can't fix that because like that shit uses third party. I gotta find a better one. I'm gonna find a better one. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna find a better one.
Couldn't tell you what.
I don't want
any of
it to
that
be
did.
third party.
understand any of
That
it
shit's
at all.
dumb.
Like learning wise, I feel like I did not learn anything.
That shit almost
in
fucked
there.
me up.
She's like, oh, I couldn't understand it at all. Even hours after trying to learn about it and engage in
Yeah. You know what happened? I use a third party one, and then I'm like, I go on my account and I'm seeing Russian accounts. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't add those Russian accounts. So someone was adding it. It was like third party bot was adding it for me. So I gotta fix that.
community, meeting thought leaders in the space. I was still completely clueless, but fuck it, I threw my name right on it. I let them take over all my social media
Yeah, she's stupid.
accounts.
I can't lie.
But they went through my phone. I was cleared from them, and I wasn't named on the lawsuit either.
That
for the
would have
crypto
terrified
coin.
me.
It was definitely scary, but at the end of the day, it's like something that makes you feel better though, because like
Because you didn't have nothing to hide.
Yeah, I don't have
like,
anything to
yeah.
hide. I gave them everything on my phone. They went through it. They sent it back, and I was cleared. I wasn't named on the lawsuit. None of that. So like legally, I was not in any trouble because I didn't do anything, and I have proof that I didn't do anything.
Now, to me, just because she was legally cleared doesn't mean that she did nothing morally wrong in this situation. At the end of the day, she was the driving vehicle behind the operation in the way that her image was used to make the project visible to millions of people. I mean, after all, the entire thing was named after her brand. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Are the people who bought into this absolute idiots?
Yes.
But was she
Thank
still
you.
in the wrong, and should there be some sort of accountability in her response? Absolutely. But I need you guys to brace yourself because
Like, who is more in fault? The dumbasses buying it or the dumbass promoting it? I feel like the people buying it is worse in every single scenario.
her next
I don't
statement
care
is
what
her
it
most
is.
delusional in this entire video.
I don't know. It just kind of sucks. There's people out
You're
here
buying
that hate
shit like
me
that?
for promoting
Oh my
a coin. It's like Paris Hilton. I mean, she's got cooking stuff out, like cooking appliances. She didn't sit there and take the time to make them.
No.
She's just the face of it.
Yeah.
Those are hers, you know.
So that's pretty much like you with the crypto coin.
Yeah, I was just a spokesperson for
Yeah.
it. I mean, they pay you for being a spokesperson for it, but it's not actually your coin, if that makes sense.
I mean, that has to be some of the most brain-dead logic I've ever
Yeah,
witnessed.
that is brain
But
dead.
this is the type of bad precedent that has been set in these crypto situations where these people get off with nothing more than a slap on their wrist. Her whole perspective here and the way she talks about the situation is as if she was some sort of victim. She even talks about how her boyfriend went around his work telling people to buy her Hawk coin.
But I made put some money in on him. He lost $300 and also went around work promoting it. So all the people he worked with were pissed off at him too.
Did people from his work also?
Yeah, they also lost money and they go up to Kelby at work and be like, yeah, your girlfriend's a fucking bitch.
But it's not your fault.
Oh, they didn't know that
Did he
at the
stick
time.
up for you and did he tell people that?
Well, I thought he was going to hit one man and get fired, but how do I work? I wish we knew then what we know now.
Yeah.
And yeah, now they've
She is
literally
so
lost their platform.
dumb. It's
This
pissing
was
me off.
by far the most views they've gotten in months, and almost
What?
all of the feedback is still bad. Also, when it comes to any sort of accountability in terms of paying people their money back like Logan Paul technically did with CryptoZoo, she says that she was approached with a similar offer to do this class action payback program, and that she had actually agreed to do so, but now is not doing it because she lost access to her Twitter account where she had posted the link to the program.
So I
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
remember
What?
like when everything happened.
So she lost the account and lost the link? What is the correlation between the two? The link is right there.
Her Twitter account
Wait, it's literally just right here.
where she had posted the link to the program.
So I remember like when everything happened, they posted like a link to where anyone that lost money can get their money back. What happened with that?
So a class action company reached out to me and asked if we could do something like that up that alley. So I said yes, but that was on my Twitter account, Haley Welch X, but I'm no longer like control of that.
So yes, it really
What does it have to do with anything?
appears at this point that she has completely wiped her hands clean of the situation.
Like, I just sat here and told the whole truth about crypto. But you'll have people that'll still read articles about me and be like, she scammed all those people?
Makes you out to be the bad guy.
Oh, yeah. It's anything for, like, a juicy clip. That's how stuff is now.
And it would really be my advice that if she has any money left over from the last year of being this Hawk Tuah character, she should definitely clutch it tight because I think this whole thing is over. And in fact, this response podcast was so manufactured that they actually included the same question twice on accident.
What would you say to your fans that actually lost money in the coin? What would you say to people who, like your fans, that did actually lose money?
I really just think that this was her final attempt to salvage what was left of her online career.
Yeah, she's cooked, bro.
I've addressed everything that I know. I've told you everything I know. So, I'm done talking about it.
But obviously, guys, the attempt is not really working. I don't think that anyone is buying into her bullshit. And at this point, I would have to believe that most of the people tuning into the Talk to a podcast are really just there to witness her downfall. It's like when... And now to take absolutely no accountability.
Man, her whole career is just cooked. That's what... Can't be dumb, bro. Actually, can't be dumb. Can't get... It's crazy. Good video, though.